In this video, we're going to show you to install the trunk lift support on your Dodge Charger located inside the trunk. With the trunk lid open, we want to go ahead and remove our spare tire cover. So you can only pull this up here and pull it out. But you have to remove the Velcro strips from the base of the back seats in order to do so. So fold down your back seat. You can peel up on the Velcro here on both sides. That'll allow us to pull out that cover. Lift up on the pull strap. Slide this up and out. The rear panel here needs to come out. So you're just going to reach down to the bottom edge and gently pull out. You're going to release the metal clips and then lift it upward. When you pop it out, you're just popping up these metal clips around the perimeter. Go ahead and set that aside. Now we need to access behind this cover here. We're going to start with our trim tool, and there's two plastic buttons. There's one right here. Pop that off, and then there's one right over here. Set those aside. There are two plastic knobs. Use your trim tool to pop that out. And then there's one right down below here. Pop that out, set those two aside. And on the top, there is an anchor here. We're going to use a T25 Torx bit with our 1/4-inch ratchet. Wiggle that out and set that aside. Let's pop out our lamp right here. There's a little notch on the top. We're going to use a pocket screwdriver. Literally just pop that out gently, pull it up and out. And we're going to disconnect the connector. There's a little pinch tab. I'm going to remove that harness. And on the side where the bulb is, you want to use a little pocket screwdriver and push down on this little tab. And that's going to allow you to slide the connector off and go ahead and set that lamp aside. I'm going to use my plastic trim tool to come up between the trim panel and the gasket. And just run that along the edge. Now that we have the panel separated from the gasket, we're going to use our trim tool. And right up on the top here, there's one more trim button we want to pop out. Grab that panel, slide that out. Now up underneath here on the left-hand side, attached to the hinge, is your lift support. Now I'm going to use a small pocket screwdriver, and I'm going to come in right underneath. There's a little spring clip right here. So you want to get underneath that. And as you pull that out, the hinge will drop. And we want to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and pop that off. Now take note that the piston side is facing the interior of the vehicle and the rod side is facing the trunk. Now the new unit has the clip already installed, so super simple. All you want to do is line that up on the ball stud and push it on. Give it a little wiggle, it'll lock itself into place. And then take the other side and you can spin the shaft to position that properly onto the hinge and do the same. Push that on, self-locking unit. At that point there, that's installed. Let's install our trim panel. We can bring our cover back. We want to grab the wire harness for your trunk light. Get our panel back into position. And feed that harness up through. You can go ahead and feed that cover up underneath that gasket at this time. Now at this point with our panel installed, just go ahead and install all of your push buttons and retainers. We're going to start with this one here. Install your plastic push pins here and down below. We have our retainer anchor studs here. Push those in. Install your light. Just line up that connector, clip that in, feed that harness down and in, snap that into place. If you have this anchor installed on your vehicles, go ahead and get that back in. Just gently snug that down. Take our rear drop panel here. Drop that down into place, line that up, and push down, locking in the top half. Once that's in place, we can now press in here. Go ahead and install the rear tray. Slide that back into place. We can lower our rear deck tray down, and then we can install the rear carpet Velcro panel here, the little filler. And if you want to, raise your seats back up into position, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.